So, good morning. With the backdrop of the Ukraine war, it is a conference like this that reminds me of the importance of global sectors and communities like ours, working together to advance society. Our thoughts go out to everyone affected by the war. Now, I last presented at Mobile World Congress in February 2019, and at that time I was CEO for 5 months. At that time, I spoke about the need for a new social contract, the need for industry and governments to work together more collaboratively so that telecom companies could support the whole of society in their digital needs and ambitions. Then came the pandemic. I'm deeply proud of the work that our teams and colleagues around the world accomplished together. Our networks, our connectivity, and our services kept hospitals, schools, businesses, big and small, government services, and local communities connected. Looking back, our joint efforts truly captured the spirit of the new social contract that I'd been calling for. Now, looking forward, I'm sure my colleagues on the stage today will expand on the transformational powers of future technologies, including metaverse, AI, cloud, edge compute, and 5G. Digital infrastructure and technologies are at the cusp of transforming how our economies and societies function. As such, digital will increasingly determine the competitiveness of not only companies, but nations and continents. Put simply, digital is becoming make or break. Now, Vodafone is a global company with scaled regional presence across Europe and Africa, but importantly, with strong local roots in every country we are proud to operate in. The challenge before Vodafone and before many of us in European and African telecom sector is how can we support the digital shift in an inclusive and environmentally sustainable way. For me, we need to take our social contract to the next level, a social contract for regional competitiveness. I want to share my thoughts on what it takes to get there. I will focus on Europe and Africa, where we are the most active. And I will set out 3 essential ingredients to increase our chance of success. Firstly, tackling the challenges head-on. Secondly, fully leveraging regional scale whilst nurturing local grassroots. And finally, embracing a new approach together. So let's start with the challenges. The most pressing issue is clearly the war in Ukraine. This adds to the world facing political, economic, social, and environmental turmoil, all at the same time. We are all going to have to dig very deep to help overcome these challenges. As an industry, it is our obligation to do our part, and through our technologies, we also have a lot to offer. These last 2 years have clearly shown that the services we provide are critical nationally and regionally. Now, looking ahead, 5G in particular is the catalyst for innovation, transforming every industrial sector, and will underpin the next phase of a digital society. Every country and region will try to maximize their chance to capture this opportunity for jobs and growth. Africa needs digital to accelerate development and diversify its economies. Europe needs to be digital to remain globally competitive and maintain its leadership role in key sectors such as automotive, aerospace, defense, and agriculture. The regions that have 5G first will be the regions that innovate fastest. Yet, at current rates, it will take until at least the end of the decade for Europe to match the transformational full 5G experience that China will already have achieved this year. If we look at 5G population coverage around the world, South Korea over 90%, China 60%, USA 45%, and Europe under 10%, and with Africa hardly even at the starting line. Europe will only catch up if we reverse the ill health and hyper-fragmentation of the sector. We must have local scale to close the investment gap. Otherwise, we will be the passive bystander of the new tech order. So my first message here is simple. We all need to face this challenge head-on and resolve it quickly together. I'm fully aware of the magnitude of the task ahead. Here's how I see Vodafone playing a key role in making this happen. First, scale. Local scale is needed to close the investment gap and ensure we can deploy 5G at pace. Regional scale is needed to close the digitalization gap. The combination of local and regional ensures our economies and societies can enjoy the full benefits of digital innovation and industrialization. We've all seen the impact of global digital platforms, platforms that change the way we conduct our lives. Vodafone continues to invest in those regional platforms, and I just want to give you some examples. In Europe, we created our IoT platform, which connects more than 140 million devices across 180 countries. The SIM-based IoT market has tripled in the last 5 years, and in the next 5 years, will hit 5 billion connections. I'm proud to say that over 60% of Europe's leading car brands are on our IoT platform. And with that scale, we're able to evolve from the Internet of Things to the economy of things, from seamless connectivity to seamless transactions between machines. We have just launched our digital asset broker platform, with the first use case being electric vehicle charging. Now, using our platform to link an authorized vehicle with a pre-authorized digital wallet to transact with the local charging infrastructure. Our vision is to enable all machines to transact with each other securely through our platform using the customer's digital wallet without the need for human intervention. The transformation that IoT brings is not just industrial, it's also green. I encourage you, I really encourage you, to go and see our stand on Hall 3. It's a promotion, I understand this. Go to our, and you will see a range of green IoT solutions that I think are very impressive, going from smart buildings to smart agriculture to connected forests. Our platform development is equally focused on Africa. This year, our M-Pesa platform celebrates its 15th anniversary and is a great example of how a regional platform can evolve and grow, from peer-to-peer money transfer to payment of utility bills, to enabling payroll of businesses, to financial services such as microloans. It is the region's largest fintech platform, providing access to financial services for more than 50 million people in a secure, affordable, and convenient way. So my second message is that our scaled platforms ensure that digital transformation takes root through the whole of society. They become anchors for a growing local and regional ecosystem of new solutions and applications. This leads me to my third point. If we are to be successful in digital transformation, we all need to go faster, challenge the status quo, and lean in on co-creation. Though our sector is highly competitive, importantly, to remain globally competitive, we also need to collaborate. Open RAN is a great example of sector collaboration and how we need to think like global challengers. The Open RAN MOU we signed as a European sector shows how an industry can come together to drive transformation and should be the blueprint for future collaboration. Changing the mindset of the whole sector is a good thing, but to be truly successful, we need governments, policymakers, and regulators to be on the journey with us. Let me take an opportunity to talk about the deep collaboration we've had with the Spanish government, and it's not because we're in Spain, but for two important reasons. Firstly, because I believe it represents a blueprint that every government could adopt. And secondly, because it illustrates how the benefits of scaled technology strengthen the local competitiveness. I'd summarize the collaboration in 5 areas. First, with industry, the government developed a clear and bold digital plan. Second, there was an honest assessment of the financial health of the telecom sector, and as a result, significant policy reforms in relation to spectrum and tax have been made. Third, the government's digital plan was matched with a strong execution program to ensure the right pace of transformation. Fourth, last month we proudly opened a pan-European R&D centre in Malaga, creating 700 skilled jobs. And finally, Vodafone has created a European V-Hub to help SMEs digitally enable their businesses. We want to create a Europe-wide community of SMEs where they get free advice, share best practices with the aim of helping them on the journey to become globally competitive. And with inspiration from the Spanish government, we created our own SME digital toolkit, which we are now rolling out across our markets, provided standardized solutions to help SMEs. However, even with this support from the government, it's no secret that there's still more to be done to address market fragmentation. In Spain and across Europe, it will come down to the operators, government and the European Commission to find the right solution moving forward. So to conclude, Vodafone is committed to the long-term success of Europe and Africa. We will play our part to demonstrate leadership in the sector and society as genuine partners. To our peers, strategic partners, governments and regulators, we ask you to lean in. Together, we can enable a digital Europe and Africa that is truly competitive for the future. Thank you.